Hey, I'm the Noodle Hunter and welcome to the Family Mart Collection. Introducing Shrimp Tempura Instant Soba. Weighing in at 75 grams of dry weight and a caloric content of approximately 355, this sounds very similar to the Tanuki Soba noodles that are reviewed in a past video. You can find that video in the description box below. The only difference compared to the Tanuki Soba noodles I reviewed is that it has shrimp inside it. So I wonder if the shrimp will have added extra flavor to these noodles, making it better than Tanuki Soba. I guess we'll find out with a taste test. Inside we have, of course, the noodles. It looks like very thin soba. Oh, I do like it when it's a little bit thicker, but as I've said in the past, it needs to be thin so it cooks better in boiling water. It also includes the soup powder. It looks very... smells like soy sauce and very chunky and flavoursome. It does smell very nice. Oh. And the tempura, which looks like this prawn is already embedded inside. This is going to taste pretty tasty. Alright, let's move on to the next part. Cooking these noodles. Oh yeah, here we go. Bam! Here's the boiling water. And I'm just going to pour it over the tempura. I feel a little bit unsafe to let it be crunchy. It has been about a year and a half since I've actually brought these home. That's my little confession. It took me a while to review these noodles because I got lazy in the past. There we go. Oh, don't want to put too much water in it. Now, I've got me trusty chopsticks. Bam! Alright, I need to sink this in. Ooh. You can already see how dark the color of the soup is. It's going to be pretty amazing. There we go. Ooh, it smells really nice as well. Very shrimpy, really. Alright, now I guess we have to wait 3 arduous minutes. So it's been about 3 minutes. So are you guys ready for the grand opening of Shrimp Tempura Instant Soba? Oh yeah, bam! Whoa, I think my tempura kind of just became disintegration right there. Oh man, it doesn't even hold it. Oh, no, doesn't really hold its shape very well. Not compared to Tanuki Soba that I had before, but it still looks very tasty. Alright, let's mix it up real quick. And it also includes these little flowers I didn't see earlier. It's kind of cute. I think it might be made from fish cakes. That's pretty cute, isn't it? Bam, look at that. Oh yeah. Alright, but before I taste these flowers to find out what they really are, you always have to taste the soup first. Got me trusty spoon? So let's go. Oh yeah. Let's take a look at the soup. Oh, it looks very rich in flavor. I always usually do this little test where if I can't see the bottom of it, it means it's super, super awesome and concentrated with goodness. But you can barely see the eggplant on that spoon. Although, not all soup needs to be like, not see-through. It really depends on the broth. Alright, that's enough talk. I really should give this one a taste. Oh, that's really nice. It tastes exactly like the Tanuki Soba that I had in the past, but it has this very shrimp seafood-like addition of flavor to the broth. That's really quite nice. It really complements the dashi broth they've used, the shrimp that is. I'm gonna give it another sip. I'm actually very surprised with the flavors. The saltiness is about the same as well. But there's no sweetness to it. That's the only difference between the one I reviewed in the past and this one. Let's give it one more sip. That's quite nice. There's a tiny bit of, like the tiniest bit, just the tiniest bit of tanginess added to this soup. It's really quite nice. It doesn't taste like instant soup at all. But it also doesn't taste gourmet. So because for that reason, I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. Alrighty, let's move on to the noodles. I've got my weapon of choice, and that's the chopsticks. Instant noodles is not meant to be eaten with a fork. Alright, controversial opinion. Here we go. Wait, I need to use my spoon anyway. Oh, that looks quite authentic, really. You can really see the little, if you look very carefully, hopefully it comes off the camera, there's little bits of buckwheat powder in the soba. does look very authentic. It tastes really, really like, oh wow. The soba noodles taste exactly like the soba noodles I've had in the past, where I go to a restaurant and they have that little soba milling machine that basically shows them they make the soba noodles in the restaurant, not bought externally. These noodles, they taste exactly like this. You can taste the individual like buckwheat granules in your teeth as you chew on it, and that's when you know the instant soba tastes like pretty authentic. I'm actually very surprised by this. I'm gonna have to take another bite. Although the soup my English. Although the soup is an 8 out of 10, these noodles, just because they taste exactly like the handcrafted soba noodles that I've had in Japan, I'm gonna give it a solid 10 out of 10. Alrighty, let's do the combination of the soup and the noodles and the piece of tempura that's inside. Okay, now to make my little hot pot. Bam, soup. Bam. Soba. Need a bit more of that. Do I have a little piece of flour? Alright, let me taste the flour real quick first. Oh, I can't pick it up, it's so difficult. There we go. Definitely tastes like fish cake. Nice. And the tempura, which is kind of falling apart, unfortunately. Did my tempura have a piece of prawn in it? Yeah, little tiny bit there. Alright, let's have a bite. The only downside of this tempura, in comparison to the other one, it absorbs the water a little bit too well. And the Tanuki soba I've had in the past, there's a little bit of crispiness in the middle, but this kind of just absorbed it like a sponge, which is a bit unfortunate. So the tempura itself is like, it's kind of soggy and gross. It's like eating soggy Weet Bix if you've had that before. And it's not a very pleasant texture to have. Maybe I probably should have had it on the outside, so that while the noodles are cooking, it'll still be a little bit crunchy. But overall, the combination of these noodles and soup, I'm gonna give it a solid 9 out of 10. I can't stop thinking about the soba I've just eaten because it just tastes so real. It doesn't taste like that weird, like fake soba flavor. You know, the texture's there, and the noodles and soup just complement each other so well. It has a really deep, like soy sauce-like taste to it as well. All right, I think that's all I have enough to say about these noodles. All I have to say, my English has failed me again. So, I hope you enjoyed watching this episode of the Noodle Hunter. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell as well if you want to see more content from my channel. I'll be releasing every Monday and Thursday midnight in Australian time. And, sorry, I burped. Hit that like button to increase my ego just a little bit more. Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so gassy right now. And hit that comment section below and leave a nice comment behind. If you have something nasty to say as well, that's okay. I'm probably not going to read that comment and I'm going to maybe avoid it and cry a little bit on the side. Alright, I'll see you guys all next time.